Oh, we live. What's up, everybody? First edition of live Q&A, man. Something I'm gonna try to do most days. Can't do it every day, but something I'm gonna try to start doing every day where we just chop it up for about an hour, man. Opening statements. First off, the Heat in the crisis right now. We made not one single move at the trade deadline, and it frustrates me, man. I am a very, very frustrated Miami Heat fan. It's not even necessarily about not getting Giannis because nobody got Giannis. Like they wasn't gonna trade him, and Giannis, acting like he want to stay, not stay, whatever the case may be. For me, it's more so to do with you could have went and get Ja Morant. Um, and the biggest thing you didn't get Durant, you didn't get Kevin Durant. And for me, the biggest mishap was not getting Dame Lillard a couple of years ago. Dame Lillard made it clear that he wants to be a Miami Heat. Um, we came off of a miraculous finals run with Jimmy Butler, and we still didn't go get the guy. like, and all indications was Pat Riley was stubborn. Pat Riley, was very disrespectful to Portland and stuff like that. And this is where we at right now, man. I wish Pat would step down. I appreciate everything he's done. And I thought in 2022 he made a good move bringing in Kyle Lowry and PJ Tuck, and we was the number one seed in the East. But all in all, man, it's time for Pat to step down, man. He's not getting it done no more. After Dwayne Wade fell in our laps with the fifth pick. And after that, I mean, Wade is responsible for getting LeBron James and Chris Bosh to Miami. Wade, from all the reports say Wade is the one was instrumental in getting Jimmy Butler to come to Miami. And then Pat Riley pisses off everybody. He pissed off, LeBron back then. He probably was going to end up going back to Cleveland anyway, but Pat Riley made it an easy decision. He pissed off Dwayne Wade, which is why Wade left for a year and a half for Chicago and for Cleveland. And he pissed off Jimmy Butler. We just in a crisis right now with this organization, man. And I think Pat Riley is the culprit of that. I think he's built it to where it became a respectable franchise, Heat culture. That's all Pat Riley. But right now, I also think he's tearing it down. I think he's the main cause of everything that's bad going on with this organization right now. So I'm just ready for him to step aside, man. When that's gonna be, who knows? This team is in the middle. We either should be bringing in a star, or we should be trading players like Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo and Norman Powell to try to get draft capital, and start rebuilding this thing with the young players that we have to start seeing if they could play or not. But that's where we at right now as a franchise. It's disappointing. It's extremely frustrating. But we love, for us Heat fans, we love this team. We're gonna hope for the best. Just like tonight, I'm gonna be live tonight. Heat Celtics. I hope we get a win. Against the Celtics team that has absolutely owned us since we beat them in the 2023 Eastern Conference Finals in Game 7. What's up, Esmeralda Lara? If you were the GM of the Miami Heat, what's the first move you would make? Since we're not getting a star, I would try to get a star, a legit star on this roster. But since we're not gonna get that, I would try, obviously we gotta wait till for the season to be over. Now we gotta wait for the summer. In the summer, initially, I'm gonna see if I could get a Giannis, a Morant, or just a star caliber player. If I can't succeed at that, honestly, I'm tearing it down. I'm trading Tyler Hero. I'm trading Bam Adebayo. Norman Powell is a free agent, so he gonna just walk most likely if we don't want to re-sign him. But I would trade Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo if we can't land a star this offseason. I'm tearing this thing down and I'm starting over. That's the way to go for me. Get some draft picks. And then, we'll see what happens, man. What's up, Floby? What's good, yo? It looks like you talking about the current state of the Heat. Yeah, it sucks. Like it sucks, man. We stuck in purgatory. This team is not getting a star. We need a star. Bam Adebayo is not a star. Tyler Hero is not a star. Norm Powell is not a star. They're good players. They're players that obviously Norm made the All-Star team this year. Bam has made the All-Star team and was on the Olympic team, and Tyler Hero has made the All-Star team. But, we don't look at those guys like, oh my goodness, they could consistently night in and night out, be leaders and carry a franchise. Like that's just something that, they don't do. You know what I'm saying? So it's frustrating. As a Miami Heat fan, it is absolutely frustrating to watch. But we still gonna root for this team, still gonna want to wish for the best, gonna wish that Norm Powell all of a sudden becomes Jimmy Butler, that Tyler Hero decides he's healthy enough to play and finally make a contribution in a big playoff series for the first time since his rookie year in the bubble against Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. These are things we hoping for. What's up, Halton? Football. Who's your golden basketball? I go Jordan by this much, man. I go Jordan slightly. LeBron right behind him, man. LeBron right behind him. And look, I argue with people all the time about this. Jordan is the GOAT. LeBron is right behind him. Don't get it twisted. You got to play Boston tonight. Yep. Yes, we do. I will be live streaming that whole entire game tonight too. So come back 6:30 Central Time, I think, is when it's tipping off or whatnot. So yeah, got to play Boston tonight, man. Maybe the hope is that since the trade deadline stuff is over with, that maybe these guys could get more focus and start balling. What's up, Randy Major? My guy Drew made it in the Hall of Fame first ballot. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to Drew Brees. That was like the biggest to me. Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald was like 100% gonna make first ballot Hall of Fame. But nah, shout out to Drew Brees, man. Obviously, my dad's a big Saints fan. And me being a Louisiana native, man, Drew did a lot for the state. Though I'm an Eagles fan, I did pull for the Saints when they won that Super Bowl. And it was good to see. I hated that they won one before my Eagles, to be honest with you. But it was good to see, man. I was with my pops, my oldest daughter was 1 year old, just turned 1, so it was quite a time ago, man. But yeah, man, Drew has done a lot, brought a lot of inspiration. And who knows, maybe if Drew was the quarterback when I was young, maybe I would have been a Saints fan. But I loved me some Donovan McNabb, man. But yeah, shout out to Drew on getting first ballot Hall of Fame. Shout out to Drew, Larry Fitzgerald, who killed the Eagles, by the way, in that 2009 NFC Championship game. Roger Craig, seeing him very emotional, having that long wait. Shout out to him. Adam Vinatieri, who was, one of the greatest, if not the greatest kicker of all time. And Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly was a dog, man. So shout out to all those Hall of Famers, yo. Which NBA team do you hate the most? The Celtics. The Boston Celtics. Ironically, that's who we play tonight. I don't like the Boston Celtics. I'll say the Celtics. The Knicks are close, but I'm gonna say it. But it's the Celtics. Bro, I'm still shocked we came back from 14 down last night versus Suns. Maybe that Porzingis trade got us hyped. Yeah, man. I mean, y'all. Porzingis gonna help y'all, man. I didn't watch the game last night, to be honest. I didn't see the Warriors game last night, but whenever Porzingis get out there, man, Porzingis gonna, he gonna do his thing, man. If he's healthy, he just gotta play. Like if Porzingis played, Porzingis could really bring a lot of value to the Warriors as a pick and pop guy and a rim protector. What's up, real young Citrus? If you could build an all-time basketball roster, what would your lineup look like? People got mad at me for this, man, but my point guard is Steph Curry. My shooting guard is Michael Jordan. My small forward is LeBron. My power forward is Tim Duncan, and my center is Shaq. You know, I got spacing with Curry. I got LeBron. I got Jordan with the mid range. LeBron going downhill, and Tim Duncan and Shaq, you know, posting up. That's my starting five. What are your thoughts on possibly of Landon Dickerson and Lane Johnson retiring? I hope not. That would hurt bad. Like that would be awful. I'm not gonna lie. If they, you know, early indications is I think they both gonna return. But yeah, if one of them left, it's gonna hurt. To be honest with you, but if both left, that's disaster. Especially with a new offensive line coach coming in. Yeah, that's bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that's not the case. Now, granted, I know Lane at some time. I don't think Lane gonna retire now, man. Lane didn't play his last 6-7 games. I don't think he gonna want to go out like that. So I think Landon just kind of frustrated with the injuries this year and all that. Landon Dickerson had ACL problems in college. I think he tore his ACL at Florida State and when he was at Alabama. So he's frustrated with the injuries, but I think I think that I think they'll both come back, man. But you know, I could definitely understand the frustration with those guys. Do you count pre-Super Bowl championships because the Eagles have some? I do. I do. Absolutely, I do. We got 3 of them things. You know, I forgot, is it 48? God damn it. I used to know these years like off the top of my mind. But yeah, you know, like if you know, like for example, if you done something and it was called one thing and then all of a sudden they changed the name of it, it's still an award. So yeah, I count it. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you only got 2 Super Bowls. Really got 5 championships. You know, the Eagles won 3 championships pre-Super Bowl era. So I count them, definitely. They just changed the name of it. Facts, bro. Breeze and Fitzgerald deserved it. 2 guys who were the beasts in the 2010s. Absolutely, man. Those guys are like easy first ballot Hall of Famers to me. I'm gonna need Norman Powell to get active tonight. I'm gonna need him to do something too, man. Congratulations to Norman Powell too. He missed the last couple of games because he had a child. He had a child that was born. So he's a brand new. I don't know if this is his first kid or not. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, but he's a brand new papa. So I'm expecting him to come with a little motivation tonight. Larry caught everything he saw, and he was never a diva. Yeah, Larry was nice, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. One of the favorite things I like watching is I like watching the Hall of Fame videos of when the players get the knock. And I seen that this morning. And you know, Larry Fitzgerald used to be a ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings back in the day. So to see Randy Moss be the one who he used to be Randy Moss, basically he used to be Randy Moss water boy and tower boy. You know what I'm saying? And to see him make the Hall of Fame, yeah, that was very touching, man. Larry was a dog. I hated that he killed my Eagles, man, in that NFC Championship in the 08-09 season, man. But Larry was like that. And yeah, he was never a diva, man. Even the best DBs in the league that talk trash said they respected him so much, they never even trash talked him. And he took coaching. You know, he took a lot of coaching, man. And you know, my guy Early Doucette played with him in Arizona. And Early told me he was a leader, man. You know, he was a big time leader. Wasn't the most outgoing guy. You know, he was kind of to himself a little bit. Wasn't like out there, kind of like a Jalen Hurts type of personality. But you know, yeah, man, Larry was a dog, man. Shaq has to be your center, yeah. Oh yeah, Shaq the center, man. First of all, in honestly, because I never got to see, you know what I'm saying? I never seen like Wilt Chamberlain and all those guys played. But Shaq was dominant, man. And yeah, I got a little biasness. He's an LSU Tiger, of course. Tim Duncan's so underrated, but the best power forward of all time. I agree 100%. I argue with people. I done had heated arguments with people about Tim Duncan and like Kevin Garnett and like Karl Malone and those guys. I'm like, man, these dudes do not sniff Tim Duncan. I get it. Garnett was, more for the culture. I get it. He was louder and much of a trash talk. And Garnett was great. Garnett was great too. And Karl Malone obviously with all the scoring, but like Duncan was outstanding. I think Duncan is the most underrated NBA star of all time. I honestly think that Duncan was like that. I mean, we got what, 5? He got what, 5 championships? How many championships he got? Because I know he won in 99, 03, 05, 07, and against us. So wait, 99, 03, 05, 07. And against us. So he got 5 championships. Duncan was like that. I hope bro Porzingis helping us would definitely be a boost. He's a good player. He's just got to stay healthy. Yeah, he do. He definitely do. If winning is boring, then I don't know what to tell you. They used to do a lot of that back then. Yeah, they did. Like they did. And they had some great teams. Like they had some great teams. I guess he's just a quiet guy. People gravitate more to Garnett because he was out there with, like I said, with the trash talking, the slapping the floor, and him breaking through with Boston in 08. But man, Duncan is not even close. Like Tim Duncan was, and I mean on both ends. Like Duncan was an all-world defender as well. Let's see. With the team we have now, what is your record prediction? Go Tigers. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, man. I'm going to try to be logical here. I want to say undefeated, to be honest with you. I mean, I say no worse than 10-2. Like, hey, this should be a playoff team. I get it. We got to iron out some of the kinks. There's a lot of new players, a new coaching staff. So, we gotta put it together. I honestly feel like we could go 12-0. I'm going to be honest with you. But, I'm going to give us probably 1 or 2 slip-ups along the way. So I'm going to say at worst 10-2. But I'm going to lean 11-1, though. I'm going to say 11-1. Also, do got 2 days away from Super Bowl 60, Seahawks, Patriots. Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Also, JSA won Offensive Player of the Year last night. Bro's been the best receiver all year. Yeah, he has been. And it's funny, we got, as an Eagles fan, like I got an early taste of it his rookie year when he burned James Bradbury on that Monday night game. I was pissed. I was pissed after that game. We lost to Drew Lock, man. Like, all we had to do was win one more game, and we would have won the division, the NFC East that year, and been the 2 seed. And we lost the damn Drew Lock and Jonathan Gannon's Arizona Cardinals, man. That was just but JSN, he's like that, man. Smooth route runner. I don't think me and Cousin Jabal been arguing about. I don't think Gonzalez could hold him, man. But we're gonna see. Who are the 7 teams that make the playoffs next season in the NFC? Well, that's kind of hard to say, to be honest with you, because I mean, it's kind of hard to say, man, because I mean, we got free agency, the draft, so I ain't gonna lie, I hate to go out like that, but I gotta at least see the draft, before I could really give a logical, prediction on that, because teams gonna look different. Like even with my Eagles, I mean, like Esmeralda brought up, there's talks that Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson might not be there, and the Eagles obviously would take a step back if that happens. So I gotta see. I hate to not answer your question, but just for me to be, as honest as I could be, which I try to be all the time, I gotta at least see the draft first before I could give a real indication of, all right, this team gonna do this team not gonna do that. I say 12-0 with the roster we got. Ain't nobody beat this. That's how I feel. I know we're gonna have at least one slip up though. We're gonna slip up on something. Plus the Texas game not gonna be easy. You know, Texas at home not gonna be easy. Ole Miss, I mean, they denying him, but they keep saying that expect Trinidad Chambers to be out there after he go for his 23rd appeal, which I still think we should win that game. But I'm saying it's not gonna be easy. But I'm a set on 11-1 though. What's up, Trump terrorist? You paid him. Do you agree that the ownership just care enough about filling the seats and barely making the playoffs, but not wanting to spend extra money? Yeah, it's bad. I mean, this team, what sucks about this team is that you got to pick a side. The worst place in any you see college, you don't worry about that in college because the roster constantly fluctuates. But when you're in the NFL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball, you got to make a decision. Either you're trying to win a championship or you're trying to rebuild. You can't be in the middle. And what's pissing me off with the Heat is you don't bring in to me, it's the Dame Lillard trade that did it. The non-Dame Lillard thing did it for me because I seen this team as a serious, and we just come off of a finals run. I seen this team as a serious contender, man. With a big three of Dame Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo, like it was Spo's coaching, and you could have just put anybody around them. And the fact that we didn't pull that trade. And I knew we wasn't getting Giannis. Notice I didn't even do videos about it or nothing like that because I knew it wasn't happening. You know, we don't get nobody. The thing is they still treating Pat Riley like his 2006. That's the problem. I get it. He's the guy that, you know, bought Miami Heat basketball from the grave. I get it. But he's too old. You know what I'm saying? He's old. He's stubborn. He pisses off everybody. Nobody wants to work with him. No other teams want to work with him in a legit trade. And superstars don't want to come play for him. You know, and like he pisses off everybody. Like, but the organization just bows down to him because of what he did 20 years ago. And look, granted, he did good in 2022. I think getting Kyle Lowry at the time and PJ Tucker made us a #1 seed in the East. And that team legitimately had a chance. If Jimmy Butler hits that three, sorry, Flobe, I feel like we had a shot to beat the Warriors that year in a 7-game series. But you know, it's tough, man. After 2000, after not getting Dame, this franchise has went down. And for me, it's like at the point, I'm like, man, look, offseason, just trade Bam Adebayo, man. And just trade Bam and trade Norman Powell gonna be a free agent, so he probably could walk. You know, just trade Bam and Tyler Hero and start over. Gather picks. And you know, you got some young pieces that you want to see develop. If we actually start playing Khalil Ware for a damn chance. You know, see what you got with Yakachonis. You know, see what you got with, you know, you got Davion Mitchell, Pelle Larson is a decent player. Also Andrew Wiggins, you need to trade him as well. Like, and just play these young guys, man, and gather draft picks. It's sad because this team it should be picking in the top 10, but Spo gonna coach us into like the 17, 18, or 19 pick. Like Spo gonna coach us out of the lottery. You know, we're gonna be a play-in team. The ceiling is the 6th seed, but most likely we're gonna be a play-in team, man. And that's frustrating, man. It's very frustrating. I say 10-2. I think Texas get in. We lose the Tennessee trap game because it's between Texas and Bama. Yeah, that's fair. That's why I'll say 11-1, but I can see 10-2. I think 9-3 would be a colossal disappointment. I think 9-3, you're gonna see a lot of these lane trolls coming out trying to troll and stuff like that. I think 9-3, no, 10-2 should be the worst this team should do. And a playoff team, barring injury, of course. I'm 37 with a bad back. Put me in the field. I'll go run around Bradbury. I'm 39 with a bad back, and I'll do the same thing, man. But nah, you could have seen the talent that JSN had back then. What's the best Heat game you ever watched? Oof. Man, that's a good one. Man, I've watched some good ones, man. Obviously, I'm gonna go to like playoff type games, championship type games. I'm gonna start with finals games. 2006 Heat Mavs game 5 on Father's Day. I remember that. Wade got fouled at the end, hit 2 free throws, won the game. I think it went to overtime. That was a great one. Obviously, we all remember Heat Spurs game 6, the Ray Allen shot. That's probably what I'm gonna go with. 2013 Heat Pacers game 1. That was when LeBron hit the game winner. The left hand layup game winner. That was a great one. But I'm gonna say my favorite one was, we gotta go Heat Spurs game. Game 7 was a great game too, by the way. But I'm gonna say Heat Spurs game 6, the Ray Allen shot. Like that was just theater. That Cardinals and Seahawks post game videos were all time classics of yours. Exactly, because that was 2 games we had no damn business losing, and those 2 losses cost us the NFC East. And Dallas was able to, I don't know what they won the NFC East for. They just to go get blown out by Green Bay at home. But that cost us division. That's 2 games we definitely should have won that year. Yeah, I was heated. I definitely was heated. Pat Riley needs to retire, as my brother said it last night. Yeah, he does, but they fear him, man. In the organization, they fear him. They still want to pay him homage. Okay, you named the court after him. Cool, I don't have a problem with that. The court should be named after Pat Riley. He shouldn't be the GM. He's in his 80s. He should not be the GM. All these really good basketball minds around the world, like, you could go get somebody that's willing to work with Eric Spoelstra. Like, he's too old because he's stubborn and he's an asshole. You're not going, it's about building relationships, and he pisses off everybody. Speaking of OKC, McCann going to make his debut for them tomorrow versus Houston. He could ball out and help them win. OKC 40-12 right now about to be 41-12. Nah, he nice, man. He nice. OKC should go back, man. Barring injury, I tell you what, I want to see the Western Conference playoffs gonna be very, very interesting, yo. Like, you got the Thunder, the Spurs, but I just want people to stay healthy. Like, I'm tired of watching NBA playoff series where the superstars get injured or can't participate. I need Wemby to stay healthy. I know Shea actually out right now, I think. But OKC, Houston, San Antonio, Denver, the Lakers, Minnesota, it's gonna be in Golden State if they could get in there. Phoenix is playing above their head. Like, it's gonna be a real interesting, Western Conference playoffs. Favorite toppings on a pizza. Pepperoni and beef. That's my definite go-tos. One day I may rather pepperoni, one day I may rather beef. A lot of times I just get 2 toppings. I get both of them on it. So pepperoni and beef. But I'll say beef was probably my first one because I don't know about y'all, man. I know I'm a little older, man. I was a huge Ninja Turtles fan when I was a little boy. And obviously they used to eat pizza all the time. And they used to get beef, so yeah, I'll say beef probably slightly over pepperoni, but I'll put pepperoni right behind beef. But yeah, that Eagles Seahawks game 2020, that's when I knew JSN had the talent. Well, I knew he had the talent at Ohio State. Like, I knew he had the talent then, but that play there lets you know, like, he's ready. He's ready to do some things. What's up, Aiden, Chris, Jerry Jones is still a GM. Pat Riley basically is the Jerry Jones of the NBA. You right. Pat Riley and Jerry Jones are mirror image of each other. High success back in the day. Eddie and both Hall of Fame owners. Yeah, well, Pat not an owner, but yeah, that's a perfect comparison. Pat Riley is the Jerry, but then you know what? I really can't even. The funny thing is, I I can't even. Jerry Jones actually right now is actually better than Pat Riley. Jerry Jones, Dallas' problem isn't talent. Their problem is they got bad coaching and they got players that don't play at a championship level when they're needed to do it. But Dallas has talent. I mean, they got Dak in the fourth round. I mean, they had Zeke for a while. Like they got CeeDee Lamb, they got George Pickens. They had not he traded away Michael Parsons, but Trevon Diggs, they've had talent. Dallas has had talent. The difference with us, we're actually the opposites because Dallas has the talent in place, but they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the coaching and the ownership. Like Jerry as an owner, Jerry is not terrible as a GM. He just sucks as an owner. Whereas with the Heat, we absolutely have the coaching, but we have no talent. I know you probably answered this before, but what made you a fan of the teams you root for? For the LSU, obviously, I'm a Louisiana native, love the Tigers. Eagles, Donovan McNabb. Saints sucked. They had, like I said, maybe if Drew Brees was the quarterback back then, I'd have been a Saints fan as a little boy. But they had, I remember like Heath Schuler, Billy Joe Hobart, Billy Joe Tolliver. Like they had some terrible quarterbacks. And I love Donovan McNabb. So that's with the Eagles. With the Heat, Tim Hardaway, Lonzo Mourning, late 90s. Everybody was on the Jordan train. I was a little different. I like the Heat, and the Braves, watching them on TBS every year, man. Watching them on TBS every day. Besides LSU, that's the one team me and my dad agree on. Is the Atlanta Braves. So my dad watching Braves games when I was young. So that's why I'm a fan of all the teams I am. I'm a rare pineapple on pizza lover. Okay. That's what's up. Hey, for real, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was my show back in the day. Oh man, a classic. Like Teenage Ninja Turtles was where it was at. Like I had the video game too on regular Nintendo too, man. Like Teenage Ninja Turtles, that's what made me fall in love with pizza. Watching them eat pizza on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What's up, Seco? Hi, what's going on, yo? What's up with it? Bro, he sucks at both. I mean, Flo, but you don't think he got talent though? Like, yeah, like he hired bad coaches because his problem is he don't get the best of the best as far as coaching because he want to take the credit for stuff and he don't want somebody to tell him to get the hell out of this office. That's Jerry Jones' problem. But y'all got talent, it ain't a question about talent, and the GM's job is to bring in the talent. I know Seattle Seahawks getting number 1 seed is dangerous. That 12 man when they're good is dangerous. Yeah, it is, man. It is. I as an Eagles fan, man, I was hoping for an NFC Championship game over there, but obviously we know how that turned out. And honestly, we wouldn't go in that damn game. We couldn't beat the 49ers, and look what they did to 49ers. So, yeah, man. Yeah, they're dangerous, man. I think they get them one, man. If y'all didn't check it out, check out my Super Bowl preview video. I picked the Seahawks 24-20. Favorite Super Bowl halftime show. Ooh, good one. Man, that's a good one. Oh man. I'm gonna name ones that I like, and then I'm gonna try to pick the best one. I like the J-Lo Shakira one. With the first 49ers Chiefs Super Bowl. Damn, man, I'm thinking. Beyonce was cool too. For the 49ers Ravens in New Orleans. Beyonce was cool. I actually liked Katy Perry. I liked Katy Perry for Seahawks Patriots. I like Madonna for the Giants and what you call it, man? Who they damn Patriots? Couldn't think of the damn not Giants and Patriots. Patriots Seahawks was Katy Perry. But Madonna was Giants Patriots, the second one. I was young. I went back watched videos of the Michael Jackson one. Obviously, I was young. You know what I'm saying? I didn't remember it live. Bruno Mars was a good one with Seahawks and Broncos. Oh man. My favorite, the one with the Rams and Bengals was a good one. With Snoop, Dr. Dre, and all them. Another one, to believe it or not, man, y'all probably gonna get on me for this one. A lot of people say it's their favorite one. I didn't see it live, man. I missed the Prince one. Like I didn't watch the Prince one live, man. A lot of people say that's their favorite one. I've seen the replay of it, but I didn't watch it live. I actually left I was actually dating a girl in college at the time, and I went pick her up from her dormitory. She called me to come pick her up right at half, and I told her I'm gonna come at halftime pick her up. So I missed it. I didn't see the Prince one live, man. I know a lot of people. It was a good one, but I want to go off of ones I watched live. I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna go. I thought Usher was good too. I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm forgetting one, man. I'm trying to think of all of them. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Okay. 16. I thought Lady Gaga was all right too. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Usher, man. I'm gonna go Usher. And y'all get on me. Y'all about to learn something else about me. I'm gonna go Usher because my biggest celebrity crush of all time. About to break this news to y'all. My biggest celebrity crush of all time is Alicia Keys. Like, I love Alicia. Not shout out, no disrespect to Swiss Beats, but my favorite celebrity crush of all time is Alicia Keys. And he bought out Alicia Keys, and I got hella excited, man. So I'm gonna go Usher, man, because he bought out Alicia Keys, man. But they had some good ones though. The Giants are so stupid for hiring Matt Nagy. I mean, I don't think Matt. I know we had. Never mind. I know how you feel about that. I forgot me and you had a back and forth about Matt Nagy the other day, man. So I ain't even going there with you today for a bit. I don't think Matt Nagy is as bad as you think. Matt Nagy is worse than I do, and we'll just agree to disagree on that one. What is your favorite non-Eagles championship season? Man, I'm gonna say 04. 04. When we got T.O. Man, like that was. I was so hurt, man. I was so hurt when we lost that Super Bowl. I was a senior in high school, man. I was so hurt when we lost that Super Bowl. But man, that team was fun. Like with T.O., because we ain't had a receiver nowhere near that caliber. So T.O. first year with the Eagles was amazing. And with McNabb, Brian Westbrook, the defense, we also signed Javon Curse that season. Javon Curse, Jeremiah Trotter, junior on the team now. Brian Dawkins, Lito Shepard and Sheldon Brown, Michael Lewis at safety before he left for free agency. Man, that was my favorite. The 2004 Eagles was my favorite non-Super Bowl Eagles season. Though we lost in the Super Bowl, but we didn't win it. So that's my favorite non-Super Bowl season. Seahawks is the worst team to get home field to. Only reason Rams kept it close. Seahawks and Rams know each other. Other team playing a regular season like that, walking into a Lions den. Yeah, I mean, look at what happened to the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? 49ers, they lost as soon as they kicked the ball off. For me, it's the Prince one at Super Bowl 41. Yeah, I missed that one. I didn't see that one live, Flo. But I watched the game. It was Coach Bears. I remember. I left at halftime, man. Like I said, I had a girlfriend that was, going to UL Lafayette at the time, and she wanted to come over, and I told her I would pick up at halftime. Told her wait till halftime. I'm gonna come pick you up, and I missed the Prince performance, but I've rewatched it, but I just don't count that. And it was a good one, especially playing Purple Rain in the rain. R.I.P. to Prince too, by the way. But I just didn't go that one because I didn't see it live. I'm excited for this year's halftime show. I mean, I'm curious to see it. I don't know anything about Bad Bunny, to be honest with y'all. I don't really know his music. I don't dislike him, but I'm not a fan, but I'm not a hater. I don't know his music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be learning about him, Sunday, For me, I have to go Bruno. Bruno was a good one too, man. Especially because that Super Bowl sucked so bad. Because the Seahawks just absolutely dominated the Broncos. Bruno had a good one. Bruno was really good too. Least favorite was the Who. That was the same Super Bowl one, right? I don't know. I really don't know for least. It's like it's hard for me to really say least favorite because I didn't watch like the Who. I'm not fans of like the Who and all that other stuff. I guess if I'll pick a least favorite off of people I'm familiar with, I guess I'll say the Black Eyed Peas, man. I wouldn't for the Packers Steelers. Like I wasn't a big Black Eyed Peas. I was familiar with their music, but I wasn't a big Black Eyed Peas guy. What's up, Brian Turner? Duga, what up? Alicia Keys is my favorite female singer. Oh man, I love Alicia Keys, man. I love Alicia Keys, man. Like that is I remember, bro, I want to say I was like 15 years old, man, when I first watching 106 in Park, man, with AJ and Free. And it was the new joint. I remember that like it was yesterday. The new joint of the day came on, and it was Alicia Keys Falling. And like I fell in love with it on sight. Like I fell in love with Alicia Keys first sight, man. Like Alicia Keys is probably one of these people that if I met them in person, I've met some celebrities before. I've met celebrities and actually had conversations with celebrities. Alicia Keys is probably one celebrity. If I met her, I would probably be speechless. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like she probably would get me in awe. I'd be speechless. I mean, he's not as bad as Patillo, but he sucks. Nobody. I know some coordinators in high school right now. I would take over Kevin Patillo, man. My Patriots gonna whip the Seahawks ass Sunday. I ain't confident. I don't know, man. I got Seattle, man. Though I will say I may take the Patriots with the points, though. I know a lot of people think it's gonna get ugly. I think New England gonna keep it close. I see like a 3 in the spread 4.5. I think I see like a 3 or 4 point game. I do think that I do think Seattle gonna win, but I think we're gonna get a good game though. What's up, the Sage? Peace, Mr. Dugal. What's up with it? Who is the greatest wide receiver you've seen ever? Another good one, man. I caught the tail end of Jerry Rice's career. But for me, I love me some T. I love some T.O., but I mean, honestly, just logically, I gotta say Randy Moss, man. Randy Moss was that rookie year that Randy Moss had with Minnesota was like none I've ever seen. Like this dude was a rookie, and he was the most gifted wide receiver in the NFL as a rookie. And obviously, he was great throughout the rest of his career. I'm gonna say Randy Moss, man. Though you had Calvin Johnson, and I like Julio, and obviously T.O., especially. Well, I liked when he was with the Eagles. Then he went to the damn Cowboys. Jerry obviously is the most productive, the most consistent and the most productive. But I'm gonna say Randy Moss, man. Randy Moss was. I mean, when you're talking about running by people, and I mean the phrase is mossing people. He came up with who got mossed. Just the ability to run like a gazelle past people and to jump over people's head. I'm gonna say Randy Moss. Maroon 5, I wanted to like, but they botched it. Yeah, yeah. That was the oh yeah, that the Patriots Rams one? I think that was the Patriots Rams one. Yeah, I mean, I watched it, but I mean, I'm not familiar with their music. I mean, I knew a couple of songs, and I knew they bought out what's his name, man? Dang it, man. Travis Scott. They bought out Travis Scott, I remember, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll just say I didn't know. I'm not like the hugest fan of them. Nicki Minaj is my favorite female singer. All right, well, singer, rapper, all the same thing. Okay. Yeah, Nicki had a dominant run for a while there. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith reunited. Where you seen that at? where they reunited at? I would like to check that out. I want to see Sam Darnold win Sunday. He gonna complete the best career turnaround ever. Yeah, I'm pulling for Sam. I am, man. I'm pulling for Sam. I am. It's just perseverance. No matter how bad it look or how bad it get, man, just stay the course. Sometimes you gotta be humble. Like if you get your ass kicked, just get better, accept it, and get better. You learn who's in your corner and you learn who's not. And you just keep going from there. But like that would be, a real good that would be a good ending to a magical run for him. Gil Arenas podcast on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out later tonight. My favorite team back would have been Packers, so I would have been rooting against Randy. All right, matter of fact, I remember his rookie year. I remember that. Like I think I was like in the 6th grade. They played the Packers on a Monday night in Lambeau, and like Green Bay had like this super long home game winning streak at Lambeau Field, and like Randy Moss and the Vikings just went in there and kicked their ass, man. Randy Moss dominated. Randy Moss was like that, man. Randy Moss was like that. Especially go watch his highlights of his rookie season. Like that, he was the best and most physically gifted wide receiver as a rookie. It was crazy. They bought out Travis Scott out to help Sinead cheat at Mania last year, and everyone hated it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Now the Falcons broke that streak in 2002. Well, that was a playoff streak. But they had like a regular season, I think, streak in 98. They had a long because I remember it because like on Sports Center and like the preview shows, they kept hyping it up like Green Bay never lost in Lambeau and blah 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 blah. I think the Falcons broke the playoff streak in in Lambeau with Vic. But I think like regular season or whatever, it was a streak. I'm gonna have to Google it to see exactly what it was. A Lambeau streak that I remember Minnesota ended that night in 98. Keys to the game tonight is contained. Jaylen Brown, easier said than done. Sure is. Sure is easier said than done. We don't have any, long athletic wings. The one guy that maybe could be that is Andrew Wiggins, but he's kind of not what he used to be, So, I mean, he gonna get his. If this Heat team gonna have success, we got to play like we did early in the year, where we just playing at a frigid pace, going about 10, 11 deep, and just outscoring people. Like that's how we gonna get the most out of this roster, is to just outscore people. Brett or Aaron? Oh, Aaron Rodgers, man. I'm not a Brett Favre guy, man. I honestly think I respect everything he's done, the Iron Man streak and all that. I honestly think when it comes to the all-time greats, because Brett is an all-time great, we can't take that from him. Out of all the Hall of Fame and soon to be Hall of Fame quarterbacks, I think Brett Favre is the most overrated. Like that's just my opinion. I think Brett Favre is the most overrated great quarterback of all time. Every time I think about Brett Favre, I think about him throwing interceptions in the most critical moments of his team season, whether that was in Green Bay or even with Minnesota against the Saints in that NFC Championship game. So, yeah, Aaron Rodgers and it ain't even close, to be honest. I think we played Detroit or New York in the first round. Take me back to the 23 playoff run. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was. It was. Especially that Knicks series. Well, really the Bucks series, like the whole playoff. Yeah, you're right. Because for me, the Bucks series, obviously, with them being the best team, that game 4 when Jimmy had 56. That was a blast to watch Jimmy put the team on his back and score 56. And then, the Knicks series, one of my closest friends, my boy Charles Alexander, Charles Cheese Alexander, who was part of the 2007 LSU National Championship team. I had him on a podcast episode. He's a big New York Knicks fan. And I remember we was going talking trash to each other throughout the series. In game 6, I went to his house and I watched it with him at his house when we eliminated him, man. So that was fun. And obviously the Celtics going up 3-0 was a blast. Game 3 when Jimmy mocked Al Horford. And then it got scary. You know what I'm saying? It got scary when they won the 3 straight. But then on Memorial Day, winning that damn game 7 in Boston was just a blast. And then even with the finals, we won. Remember, we was 1-1 with Denver. And it was a close game at halftime in game 3. Like, we literally felt we had a chance to win that series. But obviously in the second half of game 3 and the rest of the series, Jokic just started dominating. But yeah, just those series and then being 1-1 with Denver after game 2 of the finals with going back to Miami, that definitely was a blast. Knicks versus Pistons is going to happen tonight. Yeah, I seen they play tonight, man. It's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a very entertaining game. Might be the 2 teams to meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. You think Caleb Martin should have won MVP or Jimmy? I think it should have went to Caleb Martin. Like I do. I honestly was shocked when they announced, because Alonzo Mourning presented the Eastern Conference Larry Bird Award, and I was shocked to hear him say Jimmy Butler. I ain't gonna lie, and they say Jimmy won by 1 vote. Like, it was that close that Jimmy won that by 1 vote. But nah, I honestly think it should have went to Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin was, and Jimmy was good, especially like game 1 and game 2. Jimmy was amazing, especially game 1 and game 2 in Boston when we went up 2-0. But yeah, Caleb Martin should have been Finals MVP. That's why I get so frustrated that we can't get no talent on this team, man. Because look at all the quote unquote misfits that the Heat turned into really good players, like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson. Like, all these players who were supposed to be nobodies became really good players and end up getting money elsewhere. Like, all we need is what Spo could coach this team, man. It's just they give him no talent, and it's extremely frustrating. I miss all them dogs on the Heat: Vincent, Strus, Caleb, PJ Tucker, Robinson as well. Yeah. That was that 22 and 23 was a lot of fun. The bubble 2 and 20 was fun, but three of those 4 years was fun. The 20 with the bubble, Jimmy, sweeping Indiana and dominating Milwaukee, and then beating Boston in 6. Lost to the Lakers, and then the following year, we could forget that one. Milwaukee got to get back. They swept our ass in the first round. But then, to Pat's credit, he went get PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry, and we was a number 1 seed in the East. And that was a fun. Like, Jimmy almost hit that 3, and we would have. I honestly think we could have beat the Warriors in the finals, but it just didn't happen. I was heartbroken. I was devastated after that game 7 loss to Boston. And then 23 was I ain't gonna lie, like, I didn't see that one coming. That's what made 23 so fun, because it was a magic carpet ride. That we was the 8th. We almost didn't even make the playoff. Remember, we lost to Atlanta at home in the 7-8 playing game, and then we had to beat the Bulls, which we were losing in the 4th quarter, just to get the AC and to get all the way to the finals. Like, yeah, that was miraculous. That was some good times. We also got some college basketball action tonight too. UConn, St. John's. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, man. That's gonna be a good one. Obviously, I got I'm gonna have my eyes really on Heat Celtics. I'm gonna check the scores probably on commercial breaks, but yeah, that's a good matchup, man. UConn on the road at St. John's. I like UConn though. I like UConn. UConn. Dan Hurley got them. I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually excited for the men. I'm always excited for the women. I love women's college basketball more than men's college basketball, to be honest with you. But I'm actually excited for the men's tournament this year. More than I've been in the last probably 4 or 5 years. Like they got some. It's wide open. They got a lot of really good teams and a lot of really good players. So I'm really looking forward to March Madness this year, the men and the women. I forgot OKC made the playoffs in 2023. Hold on. Who did they what seed were they? I know they was the 1 seed in 24. They swept the Pelicans and lost to the Mavericks in 6. Did they make it in 23, Cinco? I'm trying to think who was in the playoffs in the West that year. Denver was the one. So Denver beat Minnesota in the first round. Denver beat Minnesota in 5. No, they made the play-in. They lost to Minnesota in the play-in because they beat the Pelicans in the 9-10 game, and then they lost to Minnesota in the 8 seed game. So I think they was in the play-in because Denver played Minnesota. That was 1 versus 8. 2 versus 7 was the who was 2 versus 7 that year? Was Golden State? No. Memphis was the 2 seed, and the Lakers beat Memphis. Memphis was the 2, the Lakers was the 7. Golden State was the 3 seed. Who was the 6 seed that year? Who did Golden State? Floby, who y'all beat in the first round in 2023 playoff? I know y'all was the 3 seed. No, I lied. Y'all was the 6 seed. Who was the 3 seed that year? Y'all was the 6 seed. Who was the 3 seed in 2023? Because I remember Lakers and Warriors met. Oh, the Kings, Sacramento. Sacramento was the 3 seed. Golden State was the 6 seed. Because I remember Game 7 in Sacramento, Steph had 50. And then 4-5 was Clippers Suns. So yeah, Thunder was a playing team that year. You mean 23-20? He met playing. Yeah, the King. Well, the Kings was the 3 seed. The Warriors was the 6 seed because the Kings had home court advantage that series. Because Golden State won Game 7 in Sacramento. Even when Steph dropped 50 on a Sunday afternoon, I remember that. So yeah. The Thunder was in the play-in. They lost. They beat the Pelicans, and then they lost to the Timberwolves to try to be the 8 seed. And then, of course, in 24, they was the 1 seed, had home court or whatever. But all right, y'all, man, I'm about to run. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man, to the Q&A, man. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to try to do these a little more often, man. But make sure y'all come back, join me in about 30 plus minutes or so, man. I will be live for the entire Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics game tonight. Live watch party. So y'all come back, join me in about 30 minutes plus or so. Until then, man, check y'all in a little bit. Let's go Heat.